Okay, so it's Friday and the markets are closed. It's a few hours after the close. And I just wanted to make a video showing what happened in our regular simulated accounts, to show what's possible just trading our templates. Before I do that, I received an interesting email today, and I'm going to share that with you. It kind of says something about Blue Wave and who we are, and a little bit about some of our connections. Apparently, I've been invited to be on a panel and demo my automated strategy for futures trading at the University of Miami. And I received this from Dr. Rushnick at she's PhD, Professor of Business Technology, University of Miami. And the body of the email just says, "We're at UM teaching about automated algorithmic trading systems. I would like to invite you to speak and demonstrate your algorithm on a panel of experts via video conferencing, Google Hangouts, or so forth. Look forward to speaking to you." So she probably found out about me via LinkedIn. I posted a couple of my videos there. And anyway, I consider this to be a pretty huge honor to be selected to be on a panel of experts and demonstrate our algorithm or our software. I'm honored and humbled by this, honestly. Okay, before we get started, I wanted to show today's levels of support and resistance and what I forecast yesterday. And basically, what was forecast was the high and low of the value area from this day here, which was these levels here, 7,700, and that was resistance at the open, and then second resistance here. And then the low of the value area is this blue dotted line down here. Now this was broken, but notice that the low of the market matched up with the low of a couple of days ago. Yesterday actually. And I drew this trend line here, and this is left over from the X pattern that I drew several days ago. So what's interesting is that the market's first point of resistance came up to my X pattern here, and then sold back down. And then right at the closing bell, there was something that happened here. There was just massive short covering. Anybody that was short, probably because it's Friday, closed their positions, and the market in just a few minutes went from 76.73 up to 77.25. That's a pretty good size move for late on a Friday. Anyway, so the mantra here that I've been preaching is volume at price, volume at price. These are levels of support and resistance. Also in yesterday's video, I stated that the high and low of the night session are key levels, and that has proven to be true here and here as well. The low of the night session, that was support in this area, and just a little bit of overshoot here early on in the session. So it's not that hard to come up with support and resistance levels. On Sunday night, I'll make a call on Monday's trading and probably cover another market or two, the crude and the E-mini S&P. Okay, first chart to show today is the E-mini S&P on a 1597 Heikin-Ashi tick chart. And this size chart gives some really nice swings. We would have probably caught this trade here, but we weren't filled by our limit order. So I may reduce the size of our limit order. It's only 3 ticks here with a 3-bar look back. I think it's the look back that caused us not to be filled. I have to get filled within 3 bars from the change of blue to red here, so I think I'm going to increase that. Anyway, the goal was 400, and that was hit in a single trade here. For anyone interested trading the DAX, but you don't want to get up at 3 a.m. to trade it in the Eurex, it's proving itself to be effective trading at the U.S. Open, and I'm using the U.S. Session Open as the dividing line, so above the U.S. Open long and below short, and that worked pretty good today. There was a loser here, and it drew down $400 on a single contract, but it recovered and finished at 512, and I imagine the goal on this is 525. So it recovered from this trade here and hit its goal and had one tick of slippage. This is using our Step MA filter, which allowed it to trade through this sideways action here and still end up with a very nice trade. Okay, so pretty active on the NASDAQ Heikin Ashi 150, and it finished at 165. It had an equity high here of 417, and the goal on this is 500. So if you were trading manually, if you were trading the Autotrader and watching this, you might have wanted to stop near this first equity high here at almost 300, and then again here. But nevertheless, the negative drawdown was only about $75 all told. So still very, very good just trading a single contract, and our open range filter doing well, although there was quite a few trades. Okay, the DAX on a 6 range had a loser to start right here at the open, and the drawdown here was only $200, and then it came back with a couple of winners in a row and hit its goal of 500 or 525, whatever I have here, 525. Single contract, 40 tick profit target. And so well done on the trading from the U.S. Session Open. Okay, the DAX on a Super Renko 14 tick chart. In this one, I started trading at the U.S. Session Open, I believe. Actually at 9 o'clock, so about 30 minutes earlier, and that served us well today. And the goal on this used to be 2,000, and I brought it down to single contract level of 750 because 14 ticks is still a pretty good sized chart. You can see that there was some money left on the table here, but that's okay. It hit its goal of 750 and had positive slippage. Okay, the NASDAQ on a 1597 Heikin Ashi chart hit its goal in a single trade, and I have a goal of 500 set here, and this is a limit order with an 8-tick pullback, and I'm pretty amazed how often this deep pullback gets hit. So nicely done on this trade. Notice my reversal look back bars is 5 here, so I got a much better chance of getting filled. The NASDAQ on a straight 5-minute chart has been doing good using the open range filter. And our first equity high here was $500. That would be enough to quit right there. And then it drew down to minus 75, but recovered from that and hit its goal of 700 or so. The goal on this, actually I have the goal pretty high, 1,500, and it's 2 contracts, not a single contract, so still respectable all told. You can see that big short covering rally right here at the closing bell. Okay, the DAX on a Super Renko 6 tick with no Step MA, but just the open range filter, and that effectively avoided the choppy market conditions right here. And so this did 550 for the day. The goal on this is 550. So hit its goal, no slippage. That's it for today's video.